Thanks for visiting our website. I'm Paul Sanneman, the founder of Contractor Staffing Source. Give a little history of how this company got started. I have been a business coach for 40 years. Makes me an old guy, obviously, but I had a good time. I've literally worked with thousands of clients. And what happened 3 or 4 years ago was my clients, I could get them from like $1 million to 10 million. I was really good at marketing and stuff. But the problem was they couldn't find the employees. And it doesn't do any good to grow a company if you can't find the people to fill the positions. So my first thought was, what I'm going to do is I'm going to research and find the best software out there. So I found some really good applicant tracking systems. I found some really good assessments, some background, reference checks. I got all this really cool software and I gave it to my contractor clients and they totally messed it up. Didn't have time to do it. And I said, okay, fine. So I literally put a guy in my garage and I said, okay, I want you to do it for a monthly fee for my clients because they're not going to do it right anyway. They need employees. So that has grown. Now we have about 30 people on the team. We recruit in everywhere in the US and Canada. Any given day, we're running about 400 job openings or 400 job ads any given day. And we go through, give or take, 3,000 resumes a week. And like last year, I think we hired 450 people. And the good news, out of the 450 people, only 17 didn't work out. So like a better than a 90% chance of them succeeding. Now the question is, how do we do that, right? Well, I started using all the software I suggested they do. For example, we used to have an applicant tracking system. We used Applicant Pro, but the problem was it's a giant company. And I remember it went down. I was recruiting for 40 guys. And all of a sudden they said, well, they sent me a ticket and said, we'll get back to you in 2 weeks. I go, I can't wait 2 weeks. So I partnered with a friend of mine who has the software company, and we developed our own applicant tracking system. And now we have our own ATS. And what happens is when people apply, we get back to them literally within seconds of the time they apply. We automatically go to over 100 job boards, plus LinkedIn, plus Facebook, plus any place you can put this ad, we will put it. Besides that, since we're a recruiting company, we actually get to search those databases and find those people. So we will find the people for you. Now, occasionally we miss. If you're in the middle of Arkansas, there's nobody for like 500 miles, middle of Canada, there's nobody around. But if you're anywhere near people, this will work. So what happens is when the applicant applies, you get right back to them. And then we have a really cool assessment program. We have like 40 different assessments. We've done thousands of these. So the assessment goes over who they are as a person. We use a DISC profile, but we have called a predictive DISC profile. This means we've done thousands of these assessments and we know what does a good plumber look like, what's a good project manager look like. We know exactly the personality we're looking for. So when somebody applies, we match who they are with what a good person in that position does. So we can find out, do they have the right personality to do a great job and do the right IQ, intelligence, everything to do the job we're looking to have them do. We also have an integrity and attitude, which is really important. It talks about, are they honest? Do they tell the truth? Are they supportive? Are they critical of others? This is sort of who they are as a human being. This is stuff you cannot fix. And it's stuff you cannot find out in an interview. And usually you find out too late. The problem is by the time you find out, you have the world's worst employee, one who's not bad enough to fire or good enough to keep, and they just kill an organization. Because what will happen is when you have this kind of employee, because you're desperate, unfortunately you should hire slow and fire fast, but you do the opposite. You hire fast and fire slow, which means you've got this sort of bad apple. You bring them to the organization and they only lie occasionally. They only, like steal once in a while. And what it does, it brings the organization down. So in my opinion, as a contractor, there's nothing more important than building a winning team. And we're really good at this, so we can help you build your winning team. So by using our software, recruiting all the time, you'll get 4 people on your team when you work with us. You'll get a pipeline scanner, an assistant, and a manager, and a specialist. So what happens is that team will be working for you and your company to make sure you get the right people in the right positions. And usually as a small company, most of our clients, we work with 300 or 400 clients, most of them are small contractors between, say, 3 to 15 people. And they usually don't have the resources to do it right on their own. So we are sort of like a fractional HR person. We come in, we provide the expertise to make sure you run the ads, we'll write the ads for you, write the job descriptions, we'll make everything happen so you can recruit the right people. Not only that, we'll also develop key performance indicators. We'll help you develop. We have a graph we have on the ATS which shows, are they a culture fit, are they performance fit? So we'll not only find the right people, but once you get them on board, we'll help them perform. So if recruiting is a problem in your company and you can't find all the people you want and you're looking for a way to do it, I think we have the solution. If you're interested, please, down below, we'll do a free assessment for you. Please, go to the check mark down below, give us your contact information, and we'll give you a call back and see if we can help you recruit the perfect person.